Hey guys, welcome back to YouTube Mommy Meetup. I am Dana, Miss Diaper D, and we are here in another live hangout, and today we are going to be talking about YouTube etiquette, so I'm pretty excited about it. But first I want to introduce everybody who's here with me, and again, as always, we have my good friend Amy. So Amy, why don't you go ahead and say hi? She is from Dreamflight 6000.
Hey everybody.
And then also Diana from Being Mommy with Style. You want to go ahead and say hey?
Hey everyone.
And then today in this hangout we have Avital joining us. So you want to go ahead and say hello and your channel name, maybe how many kids you have.
Hi, my name is Avital, and I'm a mommy of two, and I just making videos about motherhood and stuff like that, and just making fun videos like that. And I started my channel not too long ago. Like, I actually started it a long time ago, but I started actually posting videos not consistently not too long ago, and that's pretty much it.
Great. Okay, well, we're happy to have you here, and we are going to talk about YouTube etiquette, as I said, and we put a post in the Facebook group to ask everyone what their questions were. So we're going to start out today with the questions because there was a lot of questions that we had in the Facebook group. So we figured what we would do is we would just go straight down the list of those questions, then we're done with those. We're going to try to talk about tags and collabs and Facebook groups and all and etiquette surrounding some of those things if we have the time to do so. But first we're going to start with the questions, like I said, and we want to say hey to everybody in the comments who's here joining us. I already see a whole bunch of comments that just refreshed on my screen, so hello everybody. So ask any follow-up questions you might have or any additional questions in the comments, and we will try to get to those as well, like we always do. So why don't you go ahead and Diana, and read the first question that we had in the Facebook group.
All right, so the first question is from Gemma, and she asked, how is it best to approach collabs with certain people, as in you have someone in mind for a certain collab and are not just doing a random call out to anyone. So what's the best way to get a hold of you if someone wants to do a collab with you?
Okay, good question. And Amy, you want to answer first? What do you think is the best way to get a hold of you if somebody wants to do a collab?
Hands down Facebook. Message me on Facebook.
Yep, and I actually think I would totally agree. If you message me via YouTube, I probably will never read it. I pretty much stopped reading my messages on YouTube.
Yeah,
I would say
same.
Facebook. Yep. Facebook. How about you, Avatar? How would be the best way for someone to get a hold of you if they wanted to do a collab?
I think on Facebook, but I don't know, maybe by comment on YouTube, probably.
Oh, that's a good way too.
I've never done a collab. It's embarrassing, but yeah.
It's not embarrassing. After this hangout, you'll be probably getting people asking. Okay, so what's the next question? So we all pretty much agree then Facebook is the best way to get a hold of people for that. Yeah. Okay.
I agree, because if you get a lot of emails to do with your YouTube, it'll get buried in your email even if someone tries to email you too.
The other, yeah, it's also good if you publicly post in some of the groups. You can ask that way too. If you know, but if you have a specific person in mind, then message on Facebook. But go ahead, next question.
All right, the next question is also from Jimin. She says, how fast should you be replying to comments on your videos? How long is too long to reply on your videos?
Okay. All right, I'll go first on this one. I used to say I really wanted to reply within 24 to 48 hours on my newest uploaded videos. That was like my goal always. I was like, I'm going to reply to all the comments within 48 hours after my first video is uploaded. And then now at this point, I can't do that. It's gotten a little bit too much for me. So now I try within a newly uploaded video, I try to respond to the comments within the week. That's what I try to do there. And then it's more like my older videos, if I get comments on those, then it might take me a longer time to respond if I do it all. But the newest video I've recently uploaded, that's the one that I'm most likely to be active in, responding to all the comments within the first week. But how about you, Diana? What do you do?
Yeah, I totally agree. The newest video is the easiest one to catch me on for sure. Sometimes people will ask questions about like older videos and then I won't see it for a while and I'll be like, oops, sorry. But I try, it's the same thing where I used to try to reply within 24 hours and then the more videos you have, the more comments that you're getting, it gets harder and harder. Now I try to comment within a couple days, like 48 hours-ish. But there are occasionally, like I just literally replied to a day in the life that was like from 3 days ago today. So, you know, I just try to keep it within that couple day range is what works out for me, is what I try to do.
Me too, but sometimes there's a difference. Like if somebody puts a question up on my video and my video's only been up like 3 hours, but I see it's a question or it's something I feel pressing, I actually will go in and reply to that like right away within a couple hours, and then I'll go back later for all the rest. But if I see it's a specific question or, hey, where did you buy that? Or, you know, today somebody asked me how much, you know, something costs that I bought, so I went right in and answered that immediately. But how about you, Amy? How often? How soon after?
I'm going to pull out my free pass for this one. I don't know. I don't know.
It varies.
Avatar.
Passing it off. Okay. How soon after do you reply to your comments, Avatar?
I probably, I don't know, I respond as soon as I can. Like whenever I see the comment, I reply to it. But it already happened to me that I didn't see like a comment from someone and for whatever reason, and then like I see it a week later and I'm like, no, I didn't answer to it. So that's kind of, yeah, bad.
Yeah, I always feel bad because I don't answer all the questions on my old videos, but it's too hard for me to get into all of them. I don't always see it, but I don't know. I'm looking in the comments to see if anybody's written anything. How soon after do you answer your comments? They don't refresh fast enough.
ZKT8EF says, I've replied a year later.
Oh, way to go, Julia. I like that. A year later. Yep. There's no real limit. I mean, you can reply whenever if you've never replied, right? I don't know.
I'll go to like an old video sometimes and I'll totally have missed that there's a question there from like 4 months ago. This just happened the other day and I was like, oh no, sorry, but I'll still answer your question, you know? Mm-hmm. So sometimes the older videos especially, you can miss comments really easily on old videos.
Well, that's because I figure other people are reading the comments too, and if that person had that question, maybe somebody else does as well. So I feel like it's never really too late, even if that person's completely moved on. Somebody else might be reading that response, and it might help them. So I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, next question. What's the next one?
All right, we've got another question from the group, and it's from Crystal. She says, how would you suggest responding to people who come on your video just to promote their channel? Reply, ignore, delete. And this got 17 thumbs up, so a lot of people were wondering this one. It really depends on the tone, but go ahead, Amy.
Well, a lot of times those ones have been going to spam, my spam box, and I think that's awesome. But otherwise, I just leave them just because I don't take the time to go in there and delete it or whatever. I just leave it. But typically, they go into my spam box.
Yeah, they just changed the YouTube commenting, what was it, 3 or 4 months ago, to where it just automatically filters out certain keywords, and if YouTube thinks that you're spamming, it just sends you right on over to the spam folder, so it's less work that way. Yeah.
I tend to delete if I catch it, but spam folder is good. How about you, Avatar?
Well, I don't know. I didn't get like a lot of spam on my comments, but I don't like when people like spam and say like, oh, it's just for my like to promote my channel and stuff like that. So usually I just don't answer. I don't delete it. I don't put it like in spam or anything, but I just ignore it kind of. But it depends, like some people are still making an effort to read like the description or something, so I answer back if they at least read the description and say like stuff like, I don't know, nice video or something like that. Even if they didn't watch that, they still made an effort and they're nice, you know.
On my channel I have like I talk about diabetes, and I have an overwhelming number of spam. Like it's just the same person will go to every single video and post the same thing. So I'll get like a whole email list of they post the same thing. So I just can't get back to. But business, I don't know if it's businesses, but they're trying to promote their product is what I get mostly.
And they just get caught by the spam folder, so you don't like.
No, they don't always. Right? But there's no way I can get through every single video. They go through my whole playlist and.
Wow.
And they just like click the same comment over and over.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a good point, because like depending on the content on your channel, you might get more or less of it. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I definitely don't get that much. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think just to put this out there for newer YouTubers, it's YouTube's been around long enough, and I think that, you know, it's become established enough. That's not really an effective way to market your channel anymore. It may have been like back in the day, you know, like to leave comments like, you know, hey, check out my channel on other people's channels, but I don't think it's really even effective to even other commenters because they're so just used to seeing it like, oh, spam, and other commenters are even just going to go right past it. So it's not really effective.
You know, I get emails, or I used to a lot more than I do now. I think, you know, things have changed a lot on YouTube, but a lot of people have emailed saying, oh, check out my channel. They write a little thing and then they add a video. And I've caught, some people have caught me and I've ended up subscribing. I end up watching them. I watch them still to this day that have actually caught me through my email. But I don't want people to do that.
Now everybody's going to do that.
Now everyone's going over to Amy's channel right now.
But I mean, it does make me think, well, yeah, you know, it worked for me, for those few people, but it is, you know, annoying.
Maybe this is the difference between people that are like newer, because I see it like not working on a bunch of people's channels, but I don't have it happen that much either, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
All right. Let's see. Where were we? Crystal asked, when doing a craft, recipe, etc., even if you change it up to make it your own, do you suggest still giving credit where you got the idea from, like Pinterest, etc.? Like
I say no. I wouldn't. I mean, if you're making it your own, I think, you know, sometimes people may. I mean, you want to give credit where it's due, but if you're making it your own, I think you don't have to go crazy with that, with giving credit. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't think it's absolutely necessary, but I'm horrible at remembering to put links in my description box regardless. But if it's from Pinterest, I usually try to remember to.
Like if it's your best friend's brownies or something, you know, that's a different thing. Like.
Yeah.
Well
if they have a channel.
Are they somebody that you
out of the Betty Crocker magazine that someone on her blog's cousin wrote? I mean, same thing. It's just like everybody.
Yeah, because I mean, especially pins on Pinterest, they can come from all over the place. So unless it's somebody you really know and you know they're going to be watching your channel and they might be upset if they see, oh, you took my idea and did it and didn't give me credit, then maybe, yeah. Okay.
Make it your own. You want the next question here?
Oh, Avital, do you have anything to say about that? Would you give credit to that if you made it your own, the craft?
I don't. Well, I didn't have a lot of like craft videos or something like that, like stuff I made. But I didn't really, because I don't know. It's more like my ideas, or I don't really know where do I get them from, so maybe, I don't know. I usually don't like give credit to a website or something like that, no.
Right. I think it's kind of obvious, like whether or not, you know, you kind of feel it, like should you give the credit or not, I don't know, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it seems intuitive to me. Like if you know the person might be watching, whoever created that, and they might be upset, or you know, just I don't know, just kind of a little bit. It's just decent to.
Yeah,
put
if you like
there.
steal it from someone, then yeah. But if it's your idea, but somebody else done it in the world, then I mean.
Okay, can we say hi to some people?
Sure, go for it.
Okay.
Got some comments up.
Meg said hi, ladies. Meg is here.
Yay! Hi, Meg.
Melissa's here. Hi. Suddenly Kimpact is here.
Okay.
Heidi.
Hi, Heidi.
So many people. I mean, there's so many of you here tonight, so it's so fun. Rachel's here.
I think that, you know, I'm always saying it. The comments can be just as much fun as being in the Hangout, and I think that there can be whole side conversations.
I know.
In comments. Like sometimes I feel bummed. I'm like, oh my God, the comments, you know, the conversation in there is so fun too. That it's really just as much fun to be in there. So, you know, because we don't always get the feed. It's not always coming like real time for us with the comments, so we were a little bit delayed. So definitely talk it up with each other about, you know.
Oh, Mama Cat. Mama Cat's here.
Yay!
So fun. So fun. All right.
Okay, go ahead. Next one.
All right. The next question from the YouTube Mommy Meetup group on Facebook is, how do you become friends / connect with bigger YouTubers, as in 3,000 plus subscribers, without coming across like you are after a shout out or only trying to be friends with them because they have more subscribers? I tend to find the little guys get missed because communication can be portrayed that way. So Gemma's basically asking you know, how can you find that connection without coming across as just wanting the connection and not the friend, I guess.
Yep. I think this is like such a good question, and I was thinking about this earlier because Amy is always saying to everybody who sort of brings up these questions that it takes time. So I know I've always heard it from you, Amy, that it takes time to build friendships. It's not instantaneous, and it doesn't matter how large the YouTuber is, big or small. When you're trying to reach out to them, first step is to reach out, but then realize it takes time to build up trust and to have like a real real friendship and connection. It's not something that's going to be right away. It takes years. And I know, Amy, you were always talking about that. Heard you say that.
But the question
times.
was about 3,000 plus friends. I don't think it's any different than someone who has the same. It shouldn't be any different. You connect with them the same way, and
yep, I agree.
It just might take longer because there's just more people.
More people trying to reach out. Yeah.
Right.
Right. There's more comments, but when people are commenting, it is the time thing. If people have been commenting year after year, and they send you a birthday card, and there's.
I never get a birthday card.
Hello.
So Chantel is here. She was another random winner, and she couldn't join because she was trying to get bedtime going on. So it looks like you did it. So welcome. Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and your channel? Are you ready? Put you on the spot as soon as you join.
Okay, hi guys, I'm Chantel, and our channel is We Miss Show.
Very good. So, what question? We're talking about trying at this point, reaching out to other YouTubers and trying to be friends. That's kind of the question at hand from Facebook. So, but we won't ask you right now. We'll let you settle in for a second before we put you on the spot. But how about you, Avatar? What would you say? Have you tried reaching out to some other YouTubers, and how would you say to make friends? Any opinion on that?
Yeah, I watch a lot of YouTubers, and I watch YouTubers that are like me, in the under 1,000 subscribers, and also YouTubers that are like I don't know, the famous ones. I don't know how to call it, but I don't know, like you guys are kind of really nice, I think, for communicating with people that have like smaller channels, because when I see other people that have bigger channels, they're like, it seems like they're not like that they're not interested, but they're, I don't know, they're not very, I don't know how to explain this, but they don't see the comments, or they cannot like talk to other YouTubers that are not, because there are a lot of people that try to talk to them. So I don't know, it's just really hard to talk to other people that are that have bigger channels. But I don't know if you guys know the YouTuber Amanda Muse. She has a lot of subscribers. She's got a lot more than I do. And last time I saw that she subscribed to me, so I was like, wow, she subscribed to me, and I was so happy. So I don't know, it's just really exciting for me to see like YouTubers like that subscribing to my channel, or that communicate with me, because I think it's rare that I get that from like YouTubers like that. So I really don't know how to talk to them. Should I like message them, or they have too many messages, or if I comment, like there are too many comments, I just don't know how does it work for them. So I have no idea.
Yeah, I think it's important, like you said, to engage in the comments on their videos, maybe in the Facebook groups like YouTube Mommy Meetup, if they're part of that group, or on their personal Facebook page. And I think just being decent and real with them, and that'll kind of shine through. However, I will say some channels they may not even be open to being particularly friends with people per se, and you'll know that over time if they never do respond, or if they you don't get any interaction after trying for a while. It's kind of something that will shine through. But some people even after a few thousand may, feel that they don't really want to reach out too much. So it's just kind of, and then there's others I was watching, Erin and Baby today, and she's talking about how she's got 20,000 subscribers and she still feels like a little guy, and she, so it's all perspective. Because I remember, I agree with her, what she was saying in her video, but when you first start out, you think, oh, somebody with 10,000, 20,000, 40,000, they're huge, right? But then when you get to that point, you don't feel huge. You really don't.
Yeah.
So you just
You're
feel,
like,
you still feel, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you still feel like you're like when you had 100 subscribers, you kind of still feel the same. So it's just like keeping that in perspective, and we're all just people, and some people are more open to being friendly and getting to know new people, and others aren't. So you kind of find out. So, but yeah, so just you're trying to reach out. The only way you can is via, getting to know them on their channel over time. It takes time.
So I don't want to backtrack.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead, Amy.
I don't want to backtrack, but there's a huge comment, huge discussion in the comments about the giving credit.
Great.
So
go ahead. Let's hear it.
They don't necessarily agree with us, which is
Okay.
which is fun, which is fun. No, I didn't want to bring it up, and I just was going to say that's in the comments. So
Okay.
people are not agreeing with what we were saying.
Okay. Well, is there one you want to highlight? I'd love to hear it. It's good to know.
They disappeared on me, but there was a whole list, and I was.
There's a whole string.
What a streak you are, Amy.
We've got a lot of replying ahead of us.
Yeah. All right, well, I see one here from Rachel, so I'm going to highlight this. So Carly Nicole Elliott, she said, I think that when building relationships, you just have to be transparent and have real conversations. Don't try to promote yourself when trying to build a relationship, because that can make other YouTubers feel standoffish, like someone is only looking for a shout out. I think that's really, really good advice. So totally agree with that, Rachel. So, all right.
Sorry, my comments just appeared like
they do that. I know.
Right when I started telling you about that.
That's okay. Let me see here. Oh, I see one. So it looks like Living My Beloved Life says, I think it's important to give credit even if you are adapting, unless you have completely changed it. And if you are adapting, like using chicken instead of beef, then yes, you should give credit. And if you want to make it, if you make it unrecognizable from the original, then no. So that's good advice.
I think that's a good clarification. Is it, are you making the same thing, or were you inspired by something? It's like if I use a worksheet in Preschool at Home that is not my worksheet, I didn't make it up, I got it from someone's blog, then yes, I link the blog down below. However, if I'm making up some sort of craft that I pinned, say like a letter craft for Preschool at Home, where I pinned it 5,000 different ways on Pinterest or whatever, I may put some things that I was inspired by, but none of those are exactly the same. My craft is my own take on it. Like the letter A, and you guys probably haven't seen those. But anyways, so it's a difference of, are you exactly duplicating something, or are you doing something and kind of doing your own thing? Inspiration versus duplication, I think, is the clarification.
Well, Mama Cat, she says she had a gal call her out for using her drink recipe. It was a drink recipe that she named after her daughter, and I didn't realize. I should have probably given her more credit, but she did link in her description. So, you got called out there, Mama Cat. All right.
She linked it in the description box, and she still got called out on it?
I guess after the fact.
Oh.
That's what she's saying. After she got called out.
My Winter Fill Fridays, I always put the pin of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But if it's a family recipe, like this Jell-O recipe that was a Jell-O recipe that we've been using in my family for years and years and years and years, then I don't.
There's no way to, something like that. If it's a recipe, a lot of times if I'm making it in the day in the life, I'll just pan over what I'm looking at, and
All right, we're moving
on.
Time.
Okay.
Let's keep going. Next one.
We've already been here for 30 minutes.
I know. Next question.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Hold on one second. Okay, so what was the last question that trying to be friends. Jill asked, in the respect of YouTube etiquette, if you could tell a new YouTuber one thing, what would it be? So if you give them one piece of advice in regards to YouTube etiquette, what would that piece of advice be?
Same as Dana was saying, that I always say it takes time. Just be patient. Be patient.
Yeah. I would say etiquette-wise, try to give and not take. That's kind of
etiquette-wise. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. It's okay.
No, I think those both
That was good advice too. Yeah, they both work. Yeah. Be patient. patient with building friends, and
Yeah.
it's important to be careful with your words. I think that is really, really important. And, because you can't take it back sometimes, so if you're feeling like upset maybe because it's taking a while to build a friendship, or you're feeling like put off maybe because you really wanted a shout out, it like Amy just said, it takes time to build trust, takes time to build friendships, takes time to build your channel. And so, if you're going to be in this long term, definitely you want to take the time to build those relationships and be very careful with your words and how you approach people.
And there's there's so many out there, and if you're not, someone else isn't, I can't, it's been a long day. If they aren't reaching back, I don't know what
You're good. You're good.
No, you know what I mean.
Yes.
Then, just move on, I would say, because I've experienced that. I have people that I just know I've finally given up on some people that I've been trying to be friends with for years, and I just finally took me forever to learn that. So, that would be good advice. Just move on.
Mm-hmm. Right. Focus on those who are helping you, or who are, actually wanting to engage with you, and be kind. Kindness goes so far. I can't even say it. But
sorry, I have one more piece of advice. Or I don't know if this is right. But for me, like, I would meet a friend, or I would meet another YouTuber, get to be their friend, and then I would meet their friends. You build off of a friendship. If you know what I mean.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I mean, that's the same way in real life. I have a friend. I've met her friends. I'm part of that group of friends now.
That's why I said, like, it's important, like, to be who you are all the time and be genuine. And, if you're a good person, then it really shines through. So you want to, just live your life in, a positive way. And
then you'll meet people who are like you.
Right.
Who are,
right. It'll pay off. Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, Chantel, let's give you a chance to say something over there, girl. How about with etiquette? Do you have what would be your one advice? This is maybe the bad first question to start out with, but.
No, it's okay. I would just say, I would go along with what Amy said. If someone doesn't give you the time of day, just move on. It doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. Like, just keep going, and someday you're going to get there.
Right. And maybe later on, then you'll be able to spark a relationship with someone too.
Yeah.
Maybe not today.
I've met some great people through YouTube, and it took time, but you really do get there. I'm still a small channel, but I plan on working through it, and there's just some great people that have really helped me, and no matter what, there is going to be people there that help you. Just some people aren't going to be able to give you the time of day, but just brush them off.
Right. Good advice. Are there any more questions in the Facebook group?
There are 3 more questions.
Okay, next.
So the next one is, when you are behind or haven't uploaded in a while, do you need to apologize to your viewers? What are your opinions on that?
I say no, you definitely don't. It's sad to say, but they may not even notice. but yeah. But that's just me. How about you, Avital? Do you think that we should be apologizing in that case?
It depends. I don't know. If you promise a video, maybe, but not really, because, I mean, we all have our lives, and we're all busy moms, and I don't think we should be apologizing. No, I don't think so.
Okay. How about you, Chantel?
I don't know. I guess I'm kind of on the fence. If it's something like, if you're a daily vlogger and you miss a day, I just do a quick, oh, I'm sorry guys, missed a day, been super busy, Jackson had a rough day. But other than that, it's just keep on going. Like you said, they probably don't even notice. They probably have 1,000 other subscriptions going on, and they just probably didn't even see you.
Okay. How about you, Diana?
I think that it's one of those things. I don't think that apologizes necessarily, but I would maybe give an explanation. Like, say, you had XYZ come up, and maybe, like she even said, if it's a long while, maybe you hadn't uploaded in a couple months. I may be slightly vague, but I've had XYZ going on in life. It's been crazy, but I'm back, and I would just kind of leave it like that. I don't know that you necessarily need to apologize, but I would maybe feel a certain need to explain just slightly.
Yeah, actually, I agree. I didn't think of that. Like, if it's been months, then I would say yes. I would say a video saying, hey, I'm back. Sorry I was gone for a while, or, this might be why. But because it's kind of weird if you're gone for months and then you just sort of pop back in. It might be I don't know. So the time frame, I guess, makes it different. But if
Right.
it's just been a week or something, then maybe I might post something on Facebook and say,
Yeah.
oh, sorry. Or if you have something scheduled that you usually do, like for example, like I do cloth diaper videos on Wednesdays. So if I'm, missed one, then I might on Wednesday say, oh, I couldn't get the video up, but here's my playlist of all my other 80 videos or something like that on Facebook. But I wouldn't post a video about that. How about you, Amy? What do you think? Apologies?
No.
Okay.
Not for me anyway. I was gone an entire month last year and no one noticed.
I know.
Yeah, they would be like, why is she apologizing?
You did apologize.
She was gone? Oh, I didn't know she was gone.
That's right. That's like when I first I think started to become friends with you.
I apologize.
When you posted that video, because I remember it vividly because it really stuck in my mind. You did. You posted the video and you said, "Hey guys, I've been gone for a month and nobody noticed."
Oh,
and
I said that. Yeah.
And that was like, and that's when I just really remember. Like I remember that video so well with you, and then I knew I liked you right away.
That was back in You were busy.
Okay, next question.
Okay, next question. All right, next question from the Facebook group. Okay, about sub for sub. What do you do when you get a new subscriber and they expect you to subscribe to their channel? Isn't being interested in content of the channel more important than just subscribing to subscribe? And this was asked by Katie, our family's dog.
Oh, she's right here.
Oh, is she here? She's waiting for a question.
No, I mean she's right here. I was just looking at her.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hey, Katie.
She's like, hey, everybody.
Oh, I'll just say, because I'll jump in first on this one, and I'll say I don't like sub for sub. No, I don't think it's necessary. No, I think you should be subscribing to people that you're interested in, and especially once you hit over a certain subscriber level, there's no way you could subscribe to every single person out there. So.
Yeah, sorry, everyone's like dead silent for this one for some reason. But we see it a lot in the Facebook group. We absolutely do. There's a lot of people who post who, want to do sub for sub, and which isn't, really encouraged in the group, but we do definitely see a lot of people doing it. And I don't do that. I don't do sub for sub. However, I do understand like the desire for it, because when I first started out, I wanted to say this in the beginning of the Hangout and I forgot, all of us here, are just giving our opinions about all of this etiquette-wise and where we're at this point in our journey. And every single one of us has made etiquette mistakes. Well, I know I have. I can't really speak for everybody, but I know I have made a lot of them. And, I'm learning still currently. And, so I did things in the beginning because I didn't know. I was new to the community. I didn't know anybody else who did YouTube. I was just kind of floating out there on my own, which is why I started the group. But I made mistakes. And one of those was I was also like, on people's channels commenting, and if they subbed to me, I would have subbed back, and I did sub for sub. So I get it why people are looking to do that in the beginning, and but I don't do it personally because, like you just said, like if I'm either gonna really be interested in them and watch them, like I'm not gonna sub to somebody who has a gaming channel if I don't watch gaming channels. Like that just doesn't make sense to me, But if it's another mommy channel and they are commenting and they say, hey, which Kara from Kara's Life on the Farm, she does a great job of this when she comments on people's videos. She says, oh, hey, I just found you via YouTube Mommy Meetup. I just subscribed. I'm Kara, and I have such and such kids. I do that. And she kind of gives like a little short description of herself to kind of be like, hey, this is who I am. And I'm sure she gets subscribers back from that. I'm positive that she does, because people see that, oh, she just subscribed. I'll subscribe back because we're both moms. Maybe we both live on a farm. Like she kind of like that way you can see you have a common interest. And I think that's the best way to do sub for sub is to try to find people with similar interests that you actually were trying to be decent and engage with, like in a kind, friendly manner, not just, hey, I subscribed to you, so you have to subscribe me back. That's not really going to make you a lot of friends. It's long-winded. So someone else. Anyone do sub for sub? How about you, Chantel? Do you do that? How do you feel about it?
I don't necessarily do it, but like if I see that someone has subbed to my channel, I'll go in, and I'm so weird because I keep track of who's subbed to my channel, but I'll check, and then I'll go click on their channel, and I'll check it out, and if I do like it, I will subscribe, but if I don't, thanks for subscribing to me, but I'm just not interested in what like gaming channels or whatever. It's just not my thing, so I won't sub back. But thanks for subbing to me.
Right. Good. How about you, Avital? Do you do that, or have you?
Same thing. Like if someone subscribed to me, I check out their channel and I subscribe only if I like it. If I don't, if it's not something I'm gonna watch, I don't subscribe because what's the point? I don't know. I just don't see the point.
Okay. Good. All right. Next, is there another question?
I believe so. And the other thing about sub for sub is sometimes there's spam versus like someone's just dropping by and subbing. Those are two different things. You see sub for sub on Instagram a lot too. Anyhow, I'm looking for the next question and filling time with my call to action. So Melissa, GC Homeschool asks, should you really ask someone to thumbs up your video? So about the call to action.
I have done that, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it at all. I think at the end, I do that all the time. I say, if it's your first time here, don't forget to subscribe. And I have said, and don't forget to, like it or give it a thumbs up. I don't think there's anything wrong, in my opinion, with doing that, as long as, I really don't. I don't know. How about you guys? Hey, how about you, Diana? What do you think about it?
I don't know that I've ever done it, a call to action as far as saying like, hey, click thumbs up or hey, subscribe. But I definitely see the merit behind it, and I think that it's exactly how they call it. I think Tim's explained this, like when we were in a previous hangout with him. Like if you ask people to do something like that, if they're already engaged on your channel, they've already watched your whole video, to get that engagement from them.
They just need a reminder. I think it's like a reminder. Yeah, they just need a reminder.
Mm-hmm. So I definitely see the point behind call to action. I don't think I've ever done it just because, I don't know, I guess I'd feel awkward, but it's like
I had to, for a while there, I kept forgetting to say it at the end. Like I wanted to say it, and I kept forgetting and forgetting and forgetting. It was like you have to get into the habit of saying it, and then once you do at the end of your vlog, it kind of becomes like I don't even realize I'm saying it anymore. I just say it because it's become such a habit. But I just see it as like a reminder for anybody who might be searching and finds my video for the first time, and maybe they would like to subscribe and they didn't think of it until I said it. So, I don't know. How about you, Amy? How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I've done that before, but I haven't recently. But I have, written it. I've put it in the comments before, and I've put it in an end slate before. I don't know. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I don't know.
Okay. Anybody think it's bad? Anyone in the comments?
They think a lot of things in the comments.
Are we getting
We could be here all night.
I don't know what this means, but I just want to highlight it. Living my beloved life.
Oh, she noticed that I was gone.
Oh,
okay.
That's nice.
That is nice.
Why didn't you say anything? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. All right.
Okay. There's so many. We're gonna have to just head over to the comments.
Well, is there any more questions in Facebook, or that was the last one?
That was the last one, because they all piggyback off of Gemma's question about getting to know people, and really time is, I think, the answer there. So okay.
All right,
so the two questions that had opposing views were the recipes. What do you call that? Copying, and the apologizing. So.
Oh, the apologizing people had different opinions about.
Yeah.
Oh.
About whether or not you should apologize.
Can you pop up any of the comments?
This is
I seriously feel like we could be here all. I know.
We might be here all night. We might.
Right. So Sudden Kim Pack, which is Heidi Kim TV, she said, I think apologizing for being late will draw attention to it when they may not have realized. Plus, what if this is someone's first time watching you? Apologizing makes it more obvious. I actually agree with that.
Yeah, and it would be like, well, geez, are they not consistent? Do they not? If it was your first time watching them, yeah.
Right. Yep.
Very
I agree
good point.
with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't find any others quickly about that.
Oh, this is
a good point.
Mandy, the mommy, she said, LOL, I've been gone for a whole year. Whoops. LOL. I really want to get back into it, though.
You can always come back.
You can always come back.
And you can apologize. You don't have to apologize.
Yep. All right. Well, in the event that we created on Facebook, we said we were going to talk about tag video etiquette and collabs and Facebook groups and messaging, but I don't think we have time to discuss all of those things. So I don't know if there's any questions in the comments. Do we want to briefly touch on tag video? Don't know what a tag video is.
That would be that we could do a hangout on tag videos.
A whole hangout on tag videos, you think?
I don't know.
All right. Yeah.
Whole etiquette to that too.
Okay. Yes, we could. All right, so we'll try to make that a separate topic then, perhaps, because we could probably go on.
We could do like types of videos in the hangout.
2 years ago. I'm just now like learning some etiquette things.
I'm looking for questions in the comments now, so let's see if we can find anything here. This one here from Tanisha says, I suggest a thumbs up if they like the specific video and want to see more like that. That's a good idea, like that. So if you like this video and you want more like this, give it a thumbs up. That's a good way to say it. That's from Tanisha
I like that too.
Styles. Yeah. Yes, that's a really good.
I've said that before too on my channel. If you like this, because that is a good indicator.
Yep. And our family's log said, thanks for answering my question. Now I won't feel bad for not subscribing. Glad we eased your guilt there. Okay. And all right. I think that's it. You don't see any other questions, right, Amy?
No, mine kind of locked up, so I don't.
All right.
Yeah,
very
good. Too.
All right. So that will be it then for this hangout. And if you guys are interested in joining us in a future live hangout, then all you have to do is go over to the YouTube Mommy Meetup Facebook group. We post in there for the call for volunteers to enter the random drawing to join us in the hangout. We do these hangouts every other week, so we are here bi-weekly. And if you are listening to us via the podcast, then we do encourage you to go and leave us a review on iTunes. If you have a few extra minutes, it helps to spread the word about this show and also helps to encourage us to continue posting it as a podcast. And I'm going to give everybody a chance to go back through again through the group here and say your channel and where everybody can find you. Let's start with you, Chantel. Tell us again, where can everybody go to find you?
Our channel is We Miss Show, and it's YouTube/We Miss Show 3.
Okay, very good. And how about you, Avital? Where can people go to find you?
My channel is Avital Green. You can just type it on YouTube and you will find it. And we make videos about my family, about some videos on pregnancy and stuff like that, postpartum, and just weekly videos, fun videos. So go and check that out.
Perfect. And if you want to collab with Avital, send her a message on Facebook. All right. And Diana, where can people go to find you?
You can find me at youtube.com/beingmommywithstyle or youtube.com/begs4bubbles.
Okay, and also you're on Twitter and Facebook, right? What are you under Twitter, Diana?
Begs for Bubbles for Twitter, Instagram, and then I have Be Mommy with Style and Begs for Bubbles on Facebook.
Okay. All right, how about you, Amy? Where can people go to find you?
After Diana's, just Dreamflight 6000 everywhere.
Very good. All right.
So much easier.
Yeah,
I only
Diana.
have one channel, Diana.
I don't even
Diana,
say
you
the
have
third
3.
one.
I know. Okay, and I am Dana, Miss Diaper D, and you can find me at the Diaper Dirt channel on YouTube or the Diaper Dirt podcast on iTunes and Stitcher Radio, or I am at diaperdirt.com or Miss Diaper D everywhere else, Twitter, Facebook. And all the links to everybody will be in the description box of this video, or you can go and look at the show notes at YouTubeMommyMeetup.com. And we thank you guys so much for joining us. Everybody in the comments, thank you so much, and we will see you all in the Facebook group. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.